Hello everyone, this is a video on here Luigi Ighina and his efforts for transmutation and his apparatus for transmutation, from what I believe is his apparatus for transmutation. Now, here we see his device. He calls it the rotating electromagnetic canal tuned in with the matter. It's a device for actually changing plants. It has nothing to do with transmutation at first sight, but it is because he was able to change a peach tree into an apple tree with this device, and it's widely unknown. Actually, his whole stuff is unknown to the public. So this is just a sort of an introduction of his stuff here, and this is his device. Now, they label these things here. Let me go over this labeling with you. The A is up here at the top right. B is, and that's the maximum positive electromagnetic field. B is down here. That's the maximum negative electromagnetic field. So it's positive and negative. Two different things, just like with my transmutation, Russell's transmutation coils, same deal. So this is positive, that's negative. And then C is right here, minimum negative electromagnetic field, and the opposite of that is F, minus. And then D, wait a minute, C, oh, we were on B, there we go, we were on B before, maximum negative, yeah, electromagnetic field, and the opposite of that is E, here's E, and then C, which is here, is the minimum negative electromagnetic field, and the opposite of that is F, which is right here. And then D is over here, and that's the minimum positive electromagnetic field, and L is, you can't barely see it, but there's an L right here. This is the metallic grid covering. This is actually covering the stuff you wish to transmute, the object in particular you're looking to change, just so you can provide enough inductive flow into this object. And then the I is the matter for tuning, so that's a plant, for instance, in this case. And M is a pulley. Now you can't really see M, but it is here. It's up here at the top, and it doesn't look like an M, but it's actually an M, but it's rotated. If I rotate this guy around and I blow him up like this, you can actually make out the last leg of this M right here. See that last leg right there? I'm pointing my left arrow to it right there. I can even blow it bigger. You can see there's the last leg of that M. It never connected for some reason, but that's the M right there. Here's an M right here, guys. So that is the pulley. Now, I was researching pulleys and how they operate to rotate apparatuses like this, and just apparatus in general, because nobody's made this, but besides Pierre, and he was an inspired genius like Walter Russell, I believe. But you know, he's an intuitive person, so all intuitive people are geniuses at heart, I think. But anyway, here's what I was looking at. You put this pulley. You have like a thing that looks like a what do you call it? Like a donut, kind of. And you have the thing in the center is a rod coming down, and it hooks into your whatever you're rotating, and it mounts there. So, and then your band would pull that one way or another, to be able to turn whatever. So if you've got a frame that you're turning, you could spin that frame now, and that's what I think he was doing. Very genius, very stupidly simple way to go around little, problem of rotating. But like with me, I'm just going to use a wheel. That's all I'm going to do. But you can use anything to rotate it, really. It doesn't have to be anything special or in particular. But that is pretty cool that you can just use a pulley to rotate a simple thing like that. Now I want to show you, I'm going to go back to my video here. I'm going to show you this. This is what I've constructed. Now these are U-bolts. Just regular U-bolts, 1 3/8 zinc plated. It's steel, but it's zinc plated. And these are just, they're interlocked like this. I have them like that. But basically, it's just something to wrap the wire around, because you're making an electromagnet with these two puppies. Now what actually in Ighina's drawing, and my friend Robert Ote and I both believe is he didn't connect these like I did right here. He left them open. And the way I'm going to overcome that is I've got this tube. I just drill it to spec, and then take this guy off here, I'll show you. And then I just fit it right around it, and then I'll, like cut a little bit of tube. I can give you an example here. I'll just cut some. It's worth like $2 for this tube. It's like nothing. It's hard to cut though with scissors. Okay, so take this guy off and I'll show you. Okay, so I'll put this guy like this. So once I get it in there, oh shit, but you get the idea. Once I'll put this guy in here, right, and I'll put this guy in here, and they'll be connected like that. This will sheath it, this tube. It'll sheath the two threaded rods there. So it'll act as like a bridge to keep them together, and I'll use my trusty hot glue gun to just secure it all. And I've got other things if it's hot temperature wise. Well, I've got other things I can use. Hot epoxy, stuff that will take the temperature, really high temperature. But anyway, just thought you, might enjoy that. Anybody watching my channel might like to see that. And there's a lot of the Ighina's material in books or PDFs online if you really search. And I think I can link you guys some here if I get the time to type it all up. I can definitely link you some stuff, material. But yeah, that's all he was basically doing, is rotating it like that, right there. And you could just rotate the thing or just spin, and to the right degree until the magnetic field was absorbed by the monopole of the atom. And then once it was absorbed, then he knows that he's actually changing the atom. And then from that he can change it to a higher element or a lower element, or another species of plant in that case particularly. But yeah, my experiment should be simple. I'll put some mercury in a test tube and we'll take a look. Now this is some steel mesh. My friend says he thinks it's stainless steel. It kind of looks stainless, but it could be galvanized as well, he said. So I don't know. But this is ouch. This hurts when you touch it, because it's pretty bad stuff, and it's hard to keep in form, really. It's not too hard to form, but it's kind of hard. Now this is some finer mesh, but it's aluminum. So I thought, hey, heck, I got two options. I got aluminum, and I got steel. So one or the other is going to definitely work. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Okay, so yeah, the idea is to wrap these, wind these with electromagnetic wire and the way he wound his, and then put them together and rotate them, and have a little Gauss meter to measure the magnetic field until you can tell that the magnetic field at the rotation you're giving it is being lowered down, so you know that you're absorbing your magnetic field into your matter. And then from there you prolate or oblate the matter according to Walter Russell, of course. Now I'm intermixing Walter Russell with Pierre Luigi Ighina, but these guys are all intermixed anyway because they're all enlightened anyway. You know, that's the way I like to look at it. You know, take it all in and absorb everything and try to make sense of everything. Now I'll be shooting some new stuff down the tube pretty soon. As soon as I get my surprise, I'm about ready to unveil on YouTube. So it's not too big. It's Tesla's work, but it's definitely going to revolutionize stuff. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that one. But yeah, I mean, I like Pierre's work, and I definitely want to try transmuting stuff and see where we go from there. So yeah, peace, and hopefully everybody is doing good, and everybody's stuff is going the way they planned it. You know, you never plan things really, you just fall into them, I think, and you know, that's the way it works in life. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff on this Pierre guy. I should definitely link you guys to it. But a lot needs to be translated. That's the problem, you know. There's a lot left to translate. So, yeah. Other than that, you know, that's the way it works. And the only problem, I don't think I mentioned this yet, but the only problem if you're wanting to do the transmutation, the only problem with the experiment is, oops, we have no way to tell what is prolating and oblating. Like Walter Russell put some iron filings in between the two electromagnets, and you could tell if they were oblating or prolating, depending on the shape of the magnet, the iron filings, the shape they make. So if it's spherical, it was like maximally prolated, and if it was planar, it was maximally oblated. I'm just referencing my board as I look. That's why I'm looking. I write lots of shit down on my huge drawing board that I made, and this is all after my explosion, after I got tinnitus. So go figure. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of things, especially before the pole shift, that have to happen. I think. If the pole shift is really going to happen, but who knows? But yeah, I would definitely watch out for that December 21st, 2012 date if I were to plan a vacation before then. The time's 11:11 on December 21st, 2012, so I hear. But that's from my guru, so you know, you can either believe it or not, but that's where the information came from. So I trust my guru, and that's the deal with that. So everybody has their own gurus and trust it, you know, who they trust. So you know, that's just me. But yeah, I mean, in order to find out what's prolating and oblating with these suckers, you know, with Ighina's, where'd it go? With Ighina's apparatus, you know, what's prolating and oblating? Well, there really isn't any way to tell. I mean, unless we had a way to put iron filings in the middle. Or you know what we could do? We could set out the iron filings like on a sheet of paper and see how they disperse. You know, see the pattern they make. You know, the two-dimensional pattern. And from that, you might be able to pull it off. But yeah, see, this is all lame stuff. This isn't lame. It's revolutionary, but it's very basic, very, very basic transmutation apparatus. It's nothing like Walter Russell. This may take a week, it may take a month, it may take a few months, but it's definitely going to happen, and it's definitely inspiration worthy, and it's definitely something to look at. So, given the time frame of, I don't know, I'm saying it's worth a shot. So yeah, that's me. I'm just exploring everything. So we'll you know,